Imagine your engine as a perfectly choreographed dance floor, with each cylinder representing a dancer. The crankshaft position sensor acts as the dance instructor, carefully observing the movements of the crankshaft and relaying that information to the engine control unit, or ECU, the brain of your car. The sensor itself is a pretty simple device. It typically uses a magnet and a magnetic pickup coil. As the crankshaft rotates, teeth on a special wheel attached to it pass by the sensor. This movement creates a changing magnetic field that the sensor detects and converts into an electrical signal. The ECU receives this signal and interprets it to determine the crankshaft's position and speed. This information is then used to calculate the perfect moment to fire the spark plugs and inject fuel into each cylinder. The timing needs to be incredibly precise, happening thousands of times per minute. It's like hitting a moving target with pinpoint accuracy over and over again. This intricate dance between the crankshaft position sensor and the ECU ensures your engine runs smoothly, efficiently, and with the power you need. It's a testament to the ingenuity of modern automotive engineering, all thanks to this small but mighty sensor. You're probably thinking, this crankshaft position sensor sounds pretty important. Where can I find it in my car? Well, that's where things get a little tricky. The location of the crankshaft position sensor can vary depending on the make, model, and year of your vehicle. However, there are some common locations where you're likely to find it. Most often, it's situated near the crankshaft pulley, which is located at the front of the engine. It might be bolted directly to the engine block, mounted on a bracket near the timing belt or chain cover, or even tucked away behind other engine components. Don't worry though, your car's repair manual is your best friend in this situation. It will provide a detailed diagram of your engine and pinpoint the exact location of the crankshaft position sensor. You can usually find these manuals online at your local library or at an auto parts store. Knowing where to find this crucial sensor is helpful for troubleshooting and potential DIY repairs, which we'll discuss in later sections. So, grab your repair manual and familiarize yourself with your engine bay. Like any other component in your car, the crankshaft position sensor can wear out or fail over time. When this happens, it can cause a whole host of engine problems that can be frustrating and even dangerous to ignore. So, how do you know if your crankshaft position sensor is on its way out? Keep an eye out for these telltale symptoms. Difficulty starting. Remember how the sensor tells the ECU when to fire the spark plugs and inject fuel. If it's not working properly, your engine might crank but struggle to start, especially when it's cold. Stalling. A faulty sensor can cause your engine to stall unexpectedly, either while idling or while driving. This can be incredibly dangerous, especially at higher speeds or in traffic. Rough idling. Is your engine vibrating excessively while idling? A failing crankshaft position sensor can disrupt the timing, leading to rough idling and even shaking your car. Reduced performance. You might notice a decrease in your engine's power and acceleration, making it sluggish to respond when you step on the gas. Poor fuel economy. When the engine isn't receiving accurate timing information, it can lead to inefficient fuel consumption, leaving you visiting the gas station more often. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's crucial to get your car checked by a mechanic as soon as possible. Ignoring these warning signs can lead to more serious engine problems down the line. Alright, so in today's technologically advanced vehicles, your car's computer system can often, pinpoint the source of many problems, like say, a failing crankshaft position sensor. Now, when the ECU or engine control unit detects an issue with the sensor or its circuit, it's going to trigger that unmistakable check engine light on your dashboard. Yeah, the one we all dread seeing. To get a clearer picture of what's really going on, you can connect an OBD2 scanner to your car's diagnostic port. This port is, usually located under the steering wheel. It's pretty easy to find. This handy little tool reads the trouble code stored in the ECU's memory, and honestly, it gives you some really valuable insights into the problem. Super helpful. Now here are some common trouble codes you might see if you're dealing with a faulty crankshaft position sensor. They're worth keeping in mind. Code P0335, crankshaft position sensor, a circuit malfunction. Code P0336, crankshaft position sensor, a circuit range or performance. Code P0337, crankshaft position sensor, a circuit low input. Code P0338, crankshaft position sensor, a circuit high input. And finally code P0339, crankshaft position sensor, a circuit intermittent. But hey, keep in mind that these codes don't always, guarantee a faulty crankshaft position sensor. They could also point to problems with the wiring, connectors, or even a completely different sensor. So, yeah, don't jump to conclusions. That said, if you do encounter any of these codes, it's really important to investigate further and rule out a crankshaft position sensor issue. Better safe than sorry, right? So what causes these crankshaft position sensors to fail in the first place? Like any other car part, they're subject to wear and tear over time. However, certain factors can contribute to premature failure. First, heat and vibration. Located in the engine bay, the sensor is constantly exposed to extreme temperatures and vibrations. Over time, this can damage the sensor's internal components, leading to malfunctions. Second, oil and dirt contamination. Leaks from engine oil, coolant, or other fluids can damage the sensor's sensitive electrical components. Additionally, dirt and debris buildup can interfere with the sensor's ability to read the crankshaft's position accurately. Third, wiring issues. Damaged, corroded, or loose wiring harnesses connected to the sensor can disrupt the electrical signals, causing communication problems between the sensor and the ECU. Fourth, damaged timing components. A worn-out timing belt or chain can affect the crankshaft's position, potentially damaging the sensor or causing inaccurate readings. And finally, a faulty sensor. Sometimes the sensor itself is simply defective from the factory or has reached the end of its lifespan, requiring replacement. Understanding these common causes can help you take preventative measures, such as regular engine inspections, addressing leaks promptly, and ensuring your car receives timely maintenance. Before you go replacing your crankshaft position sensor at the first sign of trouble, it's essential to do some basic troubleshooting to confirm it's the actual culprit. Here are a few steps you can take. First, a visual inspection. Start by visually inspecting the sensor and its wiring harness for any obvious signs of damage such as cracks, burns, corrosion, or loose connections. Second, a multimeter test. If you're comfortable working with a multimeter, you can test the sensor's resistance and voltage output to ensure it's within the manufacturer's specifications. Your car's repair manual will provide the correct values for your specific model. Third, check for engine codes. As mentioned earlier, connecting an OBD2 scanner and checking for specific crankshaft position sensor trouble codes can provide valuable clues. And finally, consult a mechanic. If you're unsure about any of these steps, or if your initial troubleshooting doesn't pinpoint the problem, it's always best to consult a qualified mechanic. They have the experience and tools to diagnose the issue accurately and recommend the best course of action. Remember, accurately diagnosing the problem is crucial to avoid unnecessary repairs and ensure your car is running smoothly again. If you've determined that your crankshaft position sensor needs to be replaced, and you're comfortable tackling car repairs, you can save some money by doing it yourself. However, before you start, make sure you have the right tools, a replacement sensor compatible with your car model, and your trusty repair manual by your side. Here's a general overview of the replacement process. First, disconnect the battery. Safety first. Always disconnect the negative battery cable before working on any electrical components in your car. Next, locate and access the sensor. Refer to your repair manual for the exact location of the sensor. You might need to remove engine components or covers to gain access. Then, disconnect the wiring harness. Carefully disconnect the wiring harness connected to the sensor. After that, remove the old sensor. The sensor is typically held in place by 1 or 2 bolts. Loosen and remove them, then carefully pull the sensor out. Now install the new sensor. Align the new sensor with the mounting hole and carefully thread the bolts back in, being careful not to over-tighten them. Reconnect the wiring harness. Reconnect the wiring harness to the new sensor, ensuring a secure connection. Reinstall any removed components. Reinstall any engine components or covers that you removed earlier. Reconnect the battery. Reconnect the negative battery cable. Clear engine codes. Use your OBD2 scanner to clear any stored engine codes. And finally, test drive. Take your car for a test drive to ensure the problem is resolved and the engine is running smoothly.